And we'll take a look at the starting lineup presented by your local Ford dealer. For the Rays, Malik Smith will be in that leadoff spot. He'll be followed by Tommy Pham, and then Matt Duffy, the DH, C.J. Cron with Joey Wendell at shortstop. At second base, Brandon Lau. Kevin Kiermaier back in the lineup. He'll hit seventh and play center. Jake Bowers is the first baseman, and Jesus Sucre will bat ninth and do the catching.
Well, taking the mound this afternoon for the Toronto Blue Jays, going to be left-hander Ryan Baraki. We talked about Blake Snell and the streak that he has been on. His last three starts have been very good. 1-1 record, 1.77 earned run average. That three-start span started against the Rays, and he took the loss against them, but he pitched very well, giving up just 2 earned runs in 6 innings. As you look at his season numbers overall. Let's take a look at the defense, see how it's going to line up here this afternoon. Brought to you by Gold and Diamond Source. And in the outfield left to right, we've got Jonathan Davis, Kevin Pillar, and Randall Grichuk. Across that infield, third to first, Aledmus Diaz, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Richard Urania, and Rowdy Tellez with Danny Jansen behind the plate.
Well, the Rays come in 86 and 68. The Blue Jays 71 and 84. John Gibbons looks on from the Toronto dugout back there in the corner. And here is Malik Smith. We're all set to play ball. Malik's beginning the afternoon hitting .302. And the first pitch of this game is a strike call. Malik's with a couple of hits in yesterday's game, a double and a base hit. Picked up another stolen base. 0-2. Now Baraki wearing number 56, and he works quickly, reminiscent of Mark Burley. Baraki idolized as a young pitcher growing up in the Chicago area.
Yeah,
it's a ball, 2 strikes.
Not a bad guy to pattern your game after, especially when you are a finesse lefty like Mark Burley was. He really set a pace, set the tone, kept his fielders engaged. Can only help.
And a foul tip strikeout. That's the way this one starts.
It's been a sharp start here for Baraki. Some pretty good pitches made there to Malik Smith. And Tommy Pham coming to the plate. Let's look at a scouting report on him. Raking with the Rays, I'll tell you, Dwayne, when you look at his numbers, 31 games with the Rays, .345 average, .436 on base, 6 homers, 19 driven in, and the finishing kick. He's got that 24-game on base streak, and he's hit safely in 23 of the 24, getting it done.
20 home runs total this year. He had 14 with St. Louis. And now a strike. That's 24 games hitting over 400. It's the back foot out of the way right there. 1-2. Well, the Rays, despite a 15-5 run in September, find themselves running out of time in their quest to grab a wild card spot. And it has been a disappointing stop here in Toronto, dropping 2 of the first 3 games to the Blue Jays. And there is a walk. So after falling behind, Pham draws the base on balls, and he's on base in this one already to extend that streak.
And that's about the way that he gets it done. He usually is not waiting around very long before he gets that first hit or that first walk.
Now Matt Duffy. Now Matt, a little over 300 for the month of September. A little ground ball to short. Gurriel Jr. out at second and safe at first. Pham pours Gurriel to Urania. And Duffy reaches on a fielder's choice.
He just did not hit it hard enough to give the Blue Jays the opportunity to turn it. Well, right off the end of the bat, couple hops, but Matt Duffy hustling down the line easily gets there.
Now C.J. Cron leading the team with 27 home runs. The pitch just a little bit low. Cron 1 for 3, a single and a walk in yesterday's game. One out in front right there.
Well, Borucki not overpowering. That fastball averages about 91.5 miles an hour, but again, like Thomas Pannone, pitchability, moves the ball around, changes speeds.
And right back to get thrown out in front again. And with his pace and the fact that he throws strikes, that makes the off-speed pitch even more effective.
Yeah, it puts the hitter on edge. It puts the hitter on edge, and they know that this guy's going to, fill up the strike zone, but he's going to move it around. And you get a hitter thinking like that, and the changeup's going to be a big pitch for him this afternoon.
And he comes right back. Boy, he worked it 3 pitches in a row to C.J. Cron with that changeup to strike him out. This afternoon in pursuit of his 21st win. Here's the lineup he'll face, presented by your local Ford dealers. Jonathan Davis in left to lead off, then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at short. Ledmus Diaz hits third in front of Randall Critchick. Kevin Pillar to follow, then Rowdy Tellez. Oscar Hernandez the DH, hitting eighth. The catcher Danny Jansen. Richard Urania, the second baseman, will bat ninth against the Rays' big lefty.
Well, Blake Snell making his 30th start of the season. Already a 20-game winner. Got the ERA to slip below 2. Would like to keep it there. Not going to be easy.
And the first pitch hit on the ground is short. Wendell's throw to first in time, and Davis is out of there.
Well, let's take a look at the rest of the Rays defense and see how it's going to line up. Brought to you by Golden Diamond Source, and in that outfield left to right, we've got Tommy Pham, Kevin Kiermaier, and Malik Smith. And across that infield third to first, Matt Duffy, Joey Wendell, Brandon Lau, and Jake Bowers with Jesus Sucre behind the plate.
Snell, 1 pitch, 1 out. Tops in the American League and ERA. Tops in the majors in wins, and a first pitch strike to Gurriel Jr. The young shortstop has had an impressive series so far for Toronto. It's at foul, and in front of Luis Rivera. Well, these were impressive in the game here Friday night. First inning homer, and then an 0-2 breaking ball sent sailing in the fourth inning of that game.
Hey, you've just got to limit your mistakes when you've got a hitter as hot as Gurriel and seeing the ball as well as he is. When you think about that Diego Castillo fastball, I mean, that's nearing triple digits. And again, making mistakes out over the plate. Not smart with this guy.
And 97 upstairs.
Yeah, not a bad pitch because you just changed the eye level and it was close to him too. So you've sped him up a little bit, changed the eye level, and now you can drop something down below, get a chase.
And he takes that one down. Full count.
We bring this up all the time, that this is the great thing about Blake Snell, is now as a hitter you say, okay, full count. You may get the fastball, you may not. He will mix it up on you in every count.
And a swing and a miss. Got the change.
How about it? How about it? That is what makes Blake Snell elite. You really don't ever get to the point that you can eliminate any one pitch. And here, a full count changeup in the first inning.
Well, impressive right there. 2 up, 2 down. Strikeout number 201 on the season. He's 9th in the league in that department. And a wave and a miss by Diaz. Little tap down to Duffy. And the throw to first. A quick 1-2-3, bottom of the first. We go to the second inning. No score. Rays app, customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Rays home screen icons and features, including MLB TV Game of the Day. Download MLB at Bat today. Here's Joey Wendell. Pitch is a bit wide. Well, Wendell starts the afternoon hitting an even 300. It's hitting close to 330 for the month of September to move that average to 300. And 2-0. Wendell, Lau, and Kiermaier in the second inning against Barucki. Into center field. Pilar is there to make the catch. Broke back, got a read on the ball, and then used that glove to shade his eyes along with the glasses. Away.
Got a high sky today. There's not a cloud in it. Obviously, the sun will play a role.
Look at that right there. And now Brandon Lau. Strike one. You know, if we could have seen that shot of the sun, it was pretty impressive. An art shot from Gary Nicholas.
Last night it was the bank of lights. Now it's the sun.
2 strikes here on Lau.
We have a feisty truck today.
Yes, we do, and our director is not going away quietly. Down near the end of the season, and a flourish to the close. Lau out on strikes, 2 up and 2 down. Now Kevin Kiermaier. That's part of what he'll be looking at when he's in center field.
Boy, in all seriousness, though, these are tough skies to deal with. You've got a bright sun like that, right in the way of things, not a cloud out there. It can be difficult. Well, that's why you saw Pilar with the sunglasses and the glove. A couple different layers of protection.
2-1. Today's jackpot brought to you by the Florida Lottery. And how about this September? $352 for Kevin Kiermaier. 2-2. Kevin sidelined a couple times with injuries. It had been a frustrating season for him to get healthy and feel as if he was again 100%. And then hot here in September.
Boy, and that really helps too, because it has been a frustrating season overall, but you're able to come down the stretch and put together a final month like that. You feel really good going into the off-season workouts, getting ready for 2019.
And a wave right there. Kiermaier out on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Baraki. No score.
Blue Jays, and with all the talk of Blake Snell going for that franchise record of 21 wins in a single season for a pitcher, I asked some of his colleagues, is there anything else that Blake could do this season to impress you? And Brandon Lau said, No, there's nothing left for him to do that would impress me. When he's on the mound, all we have to do is score 1 run to win the game. But Blake is not interested in any of the accolades, guys, so much so that he told Tampa Bay Times reporter Mark Topkin that after my 20th win, my mom was texting me articles and pictures, and I didn't want to see it, so I blocked her number. But obviously he did end up unblocking her. But that just goes to show just how much it is not about his individual stats in his mind, guys.
Yeah, and meanwhile, when you look at what he's done in the American League, of his 29 starts he's made this year, 12 have been against the 5 top scoring teams in the American League: Red Sox, Yankees, Indians, Astros, and the A's. 41% of his starts against those teams.
Yeah.
And he is 9-2 with a 2 ERA against them.
That's incredible. And that should be the stat. That should be the stat line that guarantees him the Cy Young.
Well, one would think so. You know, pitching inside the American League East in and of itself is a pretty big statement right there. But then you go out of the division and throw the Astros and the A's in there with what they've done, and the Indians. And there you are, the candidates right now: Blake Snell, Chris Sale, and Corey Kluber. And boy, I don't know how you could argue that Blake Snell is not the guy with the inside track.
Head and shoulders. I mean, outside of Corey Kluber's innings pitched, it's not really, I think, even a competition. They talk about this vote being close. Look at those 3 guys. Compare those numbers.
Yep.
Tell me why it should be close, especially with what you just brought up. The 41% of his starts against the top 5 scoring teams in the league, and 9-2 with the 2. Done.
Yeah, you know, some people are going to argue the innings pitched and all that. Forget that. It's wins and losses and the nature of the performance that you carry out there every time his turn comes up.
But here's what's funny. If they do bring up the innings pitched, you know, people keep saying that Chris Sale is still the favorite. Well, look at his innings.
Yeah.
I mean, so that argument is gone. And by the way, Blake's got 2 more starts. You know, he's going to pile up some more innings and, you know, be right up over, you know, 180 plus.
Yeah, the strikeout there on the 97-mile-per-hour fastball up to Pilar.
He's going to end up with more innings than Chris Sale. Of course, not Corey Kluber. And that's really the only place that you could poke a hole and say Corey Kluber's got over 200 innings. Okay, but look at the rest of the numbers. And by the way, they're great numbers. Don't get me wrong. But just not great relative to Blake's numbers. And he's pitching in the American League Central.
Yeah, and no question about that. No, and not that we're not denigrating any of these other pitchers' performances. These are quality, high, best going right now. But I think you have to be realistic in evaluating. And when you put Snell's numbers and the quality of competition he's faced consistently and the quality of his work, I don't know how you could go any other way.
Yeah, I completely agree. It seems that the picture is becoming more and more clear. We'll see how it eventually turns out, but regardless, this season by Blake Snell has been special.
A 2-1 count on Rowdy Tellez. 2 outs, base is empty. Square the count at 2-2.
I mean, some of the looks on these hitters' faces, like he just threw that in that count. I mean, you see that a lot with Blake.
Ground ball. This is Wendell across his body, and he makes the play. Nicely done right there to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We're going to head into the 3rd. No score. Their 13th walk-off win of the season, tying a club record set in 2011. James Loney becoming the 11th different Ray with a walk-off RBI on that season, extending the club record. It was his 5th pinch hit walk-off home run in franchise history. On to the 3rd. Jake Bowers to lead off for the Rays against the southpaw. He taps it foul for a strike. Sucre next, and then the top of the order, Malik Smith. Oh, 2. Barucki setting a quick pace, and he gets Bowers reaching and strikes him out.
I'll tell you what, you see all these lefties in the lineup against Barucki, and you ask yourself why, but when you look at his splits, you know, right-handers hit 262, lefties hit 263, so not a lot of difference, but that has been the difference here this afternoon. His slider to the lefties has been on point, on the plate for a long time, and then taking it just off and getting a lot of swings and misses.
Jesus Sucre. And with what Blake Snell has done this year and so far in the first couple innings of this game, you still can't overlook what Barucki has done. And we were impressed when he struck out C.J. Cron on 3 consecutive changeups. And now that slider, you saw the action, the sweep on that.
And that's really the way that he goes about his business. The sliders away to the lefties and the changeup to try to get that swing and a miss on the righties.
The fastball is fouled back. It's 1-2.
You know, and the point that you make about C.J. Cron and the 3 straight changeups, that is next level pitching. That's veteran like pitching, because there's that tendency that after you get him to swing and miss at the first 2, you say to yourself, you almost talk yourself out of it. Like, he's got to be on to me at this point, just like that.
Well, he gets Sucre.
Man,
I'll tell you, that's 6 strikeouts now. 2 in each of the first 3 innings here for Barucki. 2 outs in the 3rd.
Look at the location. You know, it's not only the arm speed and the quality of the pitch, but he is putting it in perfect spots.
Malik Smith. And he misses just wide with a fastball. Yeah, the splits, 263 for lefties against him, 262 for right-handed hitters against him. Now a strike to Malik's. Oh, he'll get that ball. He's ready to throw it. Finds the corner. Well, you talk about being finely tuned. He is so far. Alex, a tapper foul. Running another pitch.
Now those are fun little zones to be in out there on the mound. You can just put it on autopilot, and mechanically everything is in sync, and it just feels like you're playing darts, just one after the other to the spots.
Alex glides it foul back at third into the stands. Well, quite a matchup here. Blake Snell after number 21, Ryan Barucki, right on top his game. And again, a foul ball.
Time for the fastball in. That would be a great pitch here. You got a 1-2 count. You'd like to close out this at bat with that fastball in, but even if you didn't, it would open back up the outer half. Right now, you've got Malik Smith is leaning, looking for those pitches out over the plate. Yes, and he's calling a heater in. This is right.
And he missed down.
See, that's the thing, man. That is the absolute right pitch. You could feel it. You could feel it. Now you got to make it, and he did.
So a 2-2 count. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat, worked by Malik. The ground ball over the mound, but to the shortstop, Gurriel. Throw to first in time. So he came in and got him. No score, middle of the 3rd. Post Park site, perfectly located for a memorable pre and post game entertainment and events. To learn more and provide your input into what you'd like to see before and after the game, visit ballparkreimagined.com. Bottom of the 3rd, Oscar Hernandez, and he could not lay off that pitch. That's a strike. Pitch down and away to Hernandez. Trying to hold up on the off speed. Now it's 1-1.
Another off speed. Went from the changeup to the curveball. Hernandez, one of those guys that has that reputation, dead red fastball hitter.
Now it's 1-2. Yeah, he's a guy very aggressive, and if you make a mistake and give him a little room in, that's a hot zone for him.
Souvenir is what it is. And they got 4 straight off-speed pitches, and you know what this will do is it will frustrate Hernandez. He's out there going, hey, challenge me. You got a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Let's go. And Blake's like, we're going to play a little, game here. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm going to see you 2 or 3 more times.
And a bit low there. Stays off speed.
And that makes this pitch very interesting. 5 straight off-speed pitches. Going to stay with it.
And the 3-2, and he got him. He strikes him out. There's a situation where Hernandez just couldn't wait anymore.
And that pitch is close enough. Now, it's a ball if he takes it, but it's close enough. You've got to try to commit to it. And maybe that gets the call, maybe not, but you cannot wait around on it. And he misses it clearly with the big swing. And, remember that at bat the next time he comes up. 6 straight off-speed pitches, curveballs and changeups. And see what Blake does next time.
Jansen, fastball, ball one.
And Hernandez probably barking from the dugout right now. Where was that when I was up there?
Two balls, no strikes. You know, that's the thing about the game now. A guy doesn't have to be around long, and you know almost everything you need to know about him.
That is so true. The information sharing. You know, you're going to get that anyway at the major league level, but with this explosion of analytics and metrics and swing paths and arm angles, and it's incredible. You know, and I think that's where it gets sometimes maybe difficult for a pitching coach. How much information can my guys handle? And it's different for everybody.
And now after a 3-0 count, it's a full count to Jansen with that foul ball, 3-2.
You know, you're going to get some guys out there that, you know, maybe are more athletic than they are smart. They don't want to know that much stuff. You get other guys, like you think about like Trevor Bauer, he probably wants all the information.
That's a line drive, going to be fair. Just fair. Kicking back to Pham. Throw to second, got a chance. He is out at second base. Well, Pham played that aggressively. It got the good carom. Got it to second base to Lau to put the tag on Jansen.
Well, you just never quit on a play and never assume it's going to be a double. Up the line, and Tommy Pham, we talked about his bat an awful lot. How about this defense? Waiting for him.
Pham gets rid of that ball quickly. He wastes little time. You talk about an efficient player. He has been that on both sides of the baseball for the Rays.
And you remember the deal when it came down. You know, you knew that the Rays, you know, that maybe going to move Chris Archer, you know, Wilson Ramos. Didn't think that they were going to be adding anybody.
This went through the middle and a base hit into center off the 1-1 pitch. Urania has the first hit of the ball game.
And when I say adding anybody,
second hit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a veteran major league player, an older major league player that can help this team out. And so that kind of raised some eyebrows. You're bringing in Tommy Pham. Well, you start to see how they've pieced this thing all together and how well he's played with the Rays.
Yeah, he has been a key addition, to be sure. So now Urania is at first with 2 gone. Davis, the top of the order. Which is a strike. So Hernandez struck out. Jansen had the base hit, tried to stretch it into 2, and was caught in second. And now Urania following with a base hit up the middle. Boy, it started to sink on Kiermaier, and he went down there with a glove to grab it, cradle that one in that glove to retire the side. Here's a look at that sinking line drive. Nicely done by Kiermaier.
Catch of the day is going to start with a throw. And that's Tommy Pham out there in left field. Coming up firing. Cutting down the base runner there. And then how about this? Now to the catch. And Kevin Kiermaier coming in aggressively. You think about that ball skips by him. That inning is still going on. And Blue Jays probably have a run on the board. But Kevin Kiermaier, former Platinum Glove winner, comes in and snags it.
Tommy Pham leading off the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes. Pham, Duffy, and then Crone. 2-0. These lefties setting a torrid pace, getting that ball back and making the next pitch. It's a liner into left, and there's a base hit for Pham. Rays get their second base runner, their first hit. Pham had walked in the first, and now leadoff single in the fourth. Pham might not want this season to end.
You know what? I was just thinking about that. He is just flying. We talked about it in the scouting report, the finishing kick, and it shows no signs of slowing down.
Matt Duffy, Pham's breaking for second, and he's going to steal it without a throw. Jansen couldn't get the ball out of the mid cleanly. And the stolen base for Pham.
What do these Rays put pressure on you defensively or what? Not wasting any time. First movement by Borucki, and swipes that bag with ease.
Now the opposition 15 of 17 running against him. The Rays take advantage of that.
And really no excuse for that. You know, Borucki, a left-hander, you know, looks to be a good athlete, should control the running game much better than that. Needs to probably implement a slide step, something to get the ball to home plate a little quicker.
A strike around the knees. 2-1. Well, Duffy up here with Pham at second. Matt came into this game hitting .320 with runners in scoring position. Lifts it into right. It's going to hang up for Grichuk to make the catch.
Well, and we just saw a slide step there by Borucki. And what's interesting about that is that slide step is good enough to be able to keep base runners off balance. So it's even more shocking that he's been run on as much as he has. Because, by the way, that's only in 15 starts. You know, over a full season, he's given up 30, 35 stolen bases, maybe more than that. Too many.
Yeah, he really used that to upset the timing of the hitter, forgetting about the runner. Here's C.J. Crone, a towering fly ball into right. Grichuk makes the catch, and here's an attempt to go to third by Pham, and he's in there. Now Pham advances on the towering fly ball, not overly deep to right, but he decided to give it a shot, and he's at third now with 2 outs. Joey Wendell. So Wendell 0 for 1. Fly ball to Pilar in the center field in the second. Pitch away. Wendell started the day 10th in the American League in hitting. How about that for a rookie season? And a base hit fair up the right side. That will get the run home. Wendell's on his way to second, looking for an extra base hit. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay as Joey Wendell comes through to give the Rays the lead.
I mean, what more can you say about Joey Wendell and that rookie season? Breakout. And right here, a fastball up and in, and he is able to fire the hands through the zone and get it up the line.
Wendell continues to be impressive. We've talked about his effort from the very beginning, but the skill level has matched that effort. Now Brandon Lau. Strike one. Lau struck out on 3 pitches in the second. Sends this one up the right side. Be out of play about 4 or 5 rows into the stands. And I'm out in front. Ball away. It's 1-2. We'll even the count. Rays with a run in the inning to take the lead. Up and foul back. Barocki made 13 starts for their AAA affiliate in Buffalo, was 6-5 with a 327. Came up at the end of June. Ground ball. That's the second baseman, Urania. He throws out loud. Rays get a run, leave one. 1-0 Tampa Bay. W.B. Mason, the official office supply company of the Tampa Bay Rays. By Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. By Freedom Boat Company, the freedom to be on the water without the hassle of boat ownership. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. On to the bottom of the fourth. Rays with a 1-0 lead. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. leads it off. Diaz and Krichik to follow. Big cut and a miss. Makes the count to 1-1. corner at 95. 1-2. Blake Snell retired the first 7 before he gave up the hit to Jansen. Did he go? He checks as Andy Fletcher down at first. Close call right there.
Yeah, boy, it looked like that bat was active.
Ooh.
Close.
Yeah, right out there on the precipice. Now he's out on strikes. So that is strikeout number 5.
The slider down and in, creating angles. Boy, look at that, the depth on that pitch. He throws it hard, and he locates it well.
Ledmus Diaz grounded to third his first time. And he goes after the first pitch, rolls it to Wendell. 2 up and 2 down. Be sure and stay tuned in the middle of the 7th inning for the Ram game break, brought to you by the all-new 2019 Ram 1500. Strikeout and a ground out. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Oh, Randall Grichuk. Grichuk, a 24 home run season. Ball just a little bit wide. Fly ball, right center field. Kiermaier on the run. He leaps and makes the catch. Winds up making contact with the wall out there in right center field. And Grichuk is out number 3. On to the 5th we go. 1-0 Rays. To be just fine, and he's leading off the inning here. A little ground ball in and out of the mid of Tellez, and safe at first. Kiermaier going after that first pitch, and Tellez could not field it cleanly.
Boy, that should have been a routine out to start the inning. Let's see if the Rays can cash in. That chopper comes right up and right off the palm. And forget trying to flip it there. Kiermaier flying up that line. Not going to have enough time.
Well, that's a close play over there at first. Let's see what the Blue Jays want to do about it? Apparently nothing.
Well, you know what it was? If Baraki got his foot there before Kiermaier, didn't have the ball yet. See, the foot gets there. There, his foot is there. He just doesn't have the ball. By the time he has the ball, Kiermaier's.
There you go.
Yep.
Second error charge to Tellez. First error of the ball game. Now Jake Bauers. He's taking that pitch down.
Well, now you got to worry about Kevin Kiermaier running if you're Baraki. Well, he talked about vulnerable to the stolen base.
He's picked up a steal by Pham in the 4th inning. And just a step off the bag, Kiermaier back in there.
Just getting a read on that move, because you could see Kiermaier wasn't even, he's just standing there. He's not really even in the ready position.
This one stroked up the right field side. That's a foul ball. Just foul. Oh, that would have been interesting. But a foul ball.
Kiermaier's already around third. I think he would have scored. It would have been, could Jake Bauers get to third?
Kiermaier back to first, and Bauers set to step back in. Ground ball, third base side, out at second and out at first. And then Diaz in close at third and shaded to his left. That helped him.
You know what else helped him, Dwayne? The positioning was great, but the shovel to second base, he put something on it to try to get it there as quickly as possible. He really gave that underhand, you lollipop it, you may not have time to get Bauers, but he shoveled it there on a line so they could turn the double play.
The Rays lose that leadoff base runner, reaching on the error. Base is empty, 2 gone, and here's Sucre. Sucre struck out the first time around. Fouls at third base side, 1-1. A nice little run at the plate recently for Sucre to get the average over 200. Started the day at 218. Homered in the game yesterday. Two and one. And to center field, Pilar closing is there to make the catch. No runs, an error, double play, nobody left. 1-0 Rays. For baseball, well, this season for Blake Snell, in comparison with the one turned in by David Price in 2012 when he won the Cy Young Award, both right now at that 20-5 mark. Blake's ERA 1.97. Price finished with a 2.56. And with the strikeouts now today, Blake up to 205, matching Price. And the first pitch in the bottom of the fifth to Kevin Pillar is a strike. Top earned run average in the American League coming into this game at 197. He's made 9 starts since the 4th of August. Is 8-0 with a 126 earned run average.
And that's all post All-Star break. You know, when this team made its run, Blake Snell on the pitching end of things leading the charge.
Strike pitch to Pillar. On the ground to short. Wendell. Oh, a high throw. Pulling Bowers off the bag. Bowers tried to get the tag, but that's a throwing error on Wendell. Wendell committing his 7th error of the year.
He never got through the throw. See how that he just kind of wisped the ball over there. Really didn't step in and drive the throw to first base. And that's going to get Bowers obviously off the bag.
Well, the Rays taking a look at the video because Bowers tried to get the tag, but the Rays have determined that he did not and will not challenge. Leadoff man on for the first time for Toronto in this game. Velez, the hitter. The move to first with Pillar back in. Pillar is 14 out of 16 in the running game. So good reason to let him know that you're fully aware that he's over there. And a swing and a miss on the fastball.
Now this team does not run a lot, but Kevin Pillar leading the way with 14 steals.
Yeah, they have 40 stolen bases all year. 14 belong to Pillar.
And they get caught a lot too.
Yes.
Percentage is not very good.
Yeah, 28 caught stealings. And strike 2 call.
Hey, by the way, is wisp a word? Is that a real word?
Wisp.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It just came out. You know, we wisped the throw, and I don't even know where that came from.
Oh, yeah.
It just looked like a wispy type of movement.
Yeah, you're pushing the boundaries a little bit. Nice going. Like to see it when you're that aggressive.
I mean, I got done with that. I'm like, what am I even talking about?
And to left. Bam is there to make the catch. Back to first goes Pillar.
I mean, I came to, and I'm like, did I just use the word wisp to decide to describe a throw?
Yeah. Usually I think we run across it in romantic novels and not necessarily on a baseball field, but I think it's appropriate here.
I love the game, and we love Joey Wendell.
You're absolutely right. So one on with 1 out. And here's Hernandez. Well, he saw a lot of off-speed stuff his first time. And a fastball away off the plate.
Yeah, this will be an interesting at-bat. It was 6 straight off-speed pitches to finally punch him out on a full count curveball. And so second time through, first pitch is the heater. Now, was that just a show heater? Like, look here, dangle it out there and then come back with the off speed? We shall see.
Runner goes. The pitch is wide. Throw on the money. They got him. Throw by Sucre cuts down Pillar. And that eliminates the base runner.
Dwayne, he didn't have a chance. That was a changeup, number one. So you get the change of speed, but watch Sucre out with that throw, and it is a dart. Right on the money.
So 2 gone. Nicely done.
How about Brandon Lau and his positioning? He's not going to let you get to the bag. You're going to see that a lot with those middle infielders, and with replay, they're going to take away the front part of that bag. You know, everybody going in head first.
Yeah, if you go in feet first, it's something else. That would eliminate that.
That is exactly right. It would take an old school straight up slide, feet first. Brandon Lau's like, hey bud, you're not getting there. I'm going to just put myself right in front, foot right in front. Give you a very small target to get to.
And now the pitch is down for ball 4. Hernandez reaches. The first walk of the game issued by Blake Snell. Catcher Danny Jansen, who had a base hit his first time up, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. This is down. Jansen getting ample playing opportunity here in the closing weeks of the season. Blue Jays high on him as a young catcher. It's 2-0. Mike just making his 60th pitch of the game. 2 outs into the 5th inning.
Almost feels like almost too much off speed. They need to reestablish that fastball. Starting to miss with the changeups and the curveballs. Toronto not biting on them as much. There's another changeup missed.
It's 3-0.
Yeah, it's time for, maybe after this at bat, but it's time for Blake Snell to kind of reestablish the heater.
Strike.
Why not?
98 on the corner.
At the kneecaps. Yeah, I throw that a lot. I'm going to tell you what, if I had 98.
Yeah, you'd be scary.
It would be fun. I'd love to experience that one game. See what that feels like.
If you had it one game, you'd want it 2.
It would be tough to go back to 88, 89.
Well, ball 4 to Jansen. Back-to-back walks here to the 7 and 8 placed hitters. Kyle Snyder's going to trot to the mound to join the conference with Sucre and Snell.
And that might be the message here by Kyle Snyder. Hey, let's get back to being aggressive. You know, establishing that fastball and kind of planting that flag. It makes the changeup and the curveball and the slider better. I think that pendulum maybe has swung a little bit too far in the off-speed direction, and we'll see what they do going forward. You do what you have to do to get out of this inning, and then see how he starts out the 6th.
2 men on, 2 men out. Richard Urania is going to be the hitter. Urania singled to center field in the 3rd inning. Rays protecting a 1-run lead. He scored the run of the 4th when Wendell doubled home Pham. The pitch is down. Ball, no strikes, off speed to start him. There's the fastball. Called strike 98.
You want to get back and send this Blue Jay lineup a message.
Up and away, throw back to second, and it's wide. Over to third goes Hernandez. Hernandez well off the bag, and with that throw, he headed to third.
Boy, that almost looked like it was set up. Like, we know that Sucre is aggressive with the arm and will throw behind the runners. So watch Hernandez get a big secondary, wait for that throw, and then break for third. How about that? Nice save there by Brandon Lau. Able to flag that thing down, but that almost looked like a setup by Hernandez.
Now it's first and third. 2-1 to count on Urania. Hernandez winds up pilfering third base. Now a strike. And it's 2-2. Fastball up in the zone and fouled out of play.
Well, he has pounded a couple of really good fastballs in this at bat, and this would be the time after that fastball up if you want to go back to that curveball down. That would be a good time in the 2-2 count.
And he does. He got him. Struck him out with that pitch. And that will retire the side. On to the sixth, 1-0. Innings, 5 strikeouts, no runs, and a couple hits, 6 strikeouts now for Snell. Strikeout to end the bottom of the 5th. Joey Wendell providing the run batted in with a double in the 4th inning, scoring Tommy Pham. And we're all set to move into the 6th. Reds will have the top of the order stepping in against the left-hander Ryan Borucki. Pitch is a strike. One. Borucki has pitched well today. And that's been a little bit of a run for him. He, as we mentioned, came up at the end of June. Pitched well, and about the middle of August ran into a little bit of a bump in the road for about 4 starts. And his last 3 have been impressive. And he's pitched well again today for the Blue Jays.
Well, that run started against the Rays. He went 6 innings in that ball game, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, but took the loss because the Blue Jays were shut out. And then followed that up with a really good start in Boston against the Red Sox. Even better one in Baltimore against the Orioles.
Now 2-2 on Malik's. Pham next, then Duffy. Malik's is out on strikes.
How about that? They floated the changeup, and it ended up in, and it ended up tying up Malik Smith. You don't see that very often. That changeup just kind of fades in there, and not expecting it.
Seven strikeouts for Borucki, first out of the inning. Pham watches this one a little bit wide. Pham has walked and singled, has a stolen base and a run scored. 1-1. Close right there. Boy, that was very close. A ball, says Sean Barber. Too low. 3 balls and a strike. Borucki has issued only 2 walks in this game, and both have been to Pham as the Rays left fielder heads to first with a walk in the 6th.
Well, let's see if he's off to the races once again. He swiped second in the 4th inning and did it rather easily. It's got to be on Borucki's mind. That's an aggressive lead.
And now the bunt push back toward the mound. Borucki's throw to first, and Pham moves into second base.
I think Duffy was trying to push that bunt by the mound and get it by Borucki. You look where Urania was playing out there. If you can get it by the mound, more than likely going to have an infield hit. See that, all that open space over there, and he's trying to pop it through.
And it's C.J. Cron. Is wide, 1-0. Well, not a bad idea by Duffy there, particularly with a lefty on the mound, but a nice job by Borucki to get to that ball and make the play. This one is down, 2-0. Rays picked up a run in the 4th. They have Pham at second, 2 outs in the 6th inning. One. The take low runs the count to 3-1. Wendell on deck. He has driven in the only run of this game. And this one up the right field line. Fair ball. That ball's going to bound into the stands. Pham will score. It's going to be a double for Crone, and the Rays pick up this additional run. It's 2-0. Crone's 69th run batted into the year. He has 27 doubles, and he's now in scoring position.
Well, it got predictable. Borucki got predictable there. Fell behind 3-1 and then came with that 3-1 fastball. And C.J. Crone with a good plate coverage just reaches out and pokes it up the line. See it right there get into the stands, but Pham on second. He's going to score.
Good conversation on the mound by Toronto. Pham has scored both of the runs for the Rays. With 2 outs, Crone's at second, and Joey Wendell, who got the job done back in the 4th inning, trying to pick up another run here in the 6th. Ball misses. Well, another lefty. Meza up in the bullpen for Toronto. Upstairs, 2-0. Now he's down 3-0 in the count for Borucki.
Getting underneath some pitches here. Not staying on top of the baseball. That elbow's starting to dip a little bit. You get underneath and you push everything high, especially with those breaking balls.
And they're going to go ahead and put Wendell on. First and second, and Brandon Lau is on his way to the plate looking for his first hit. Lau has struck out and grounded out in this game. There's a strike on the corner. Ball into right. Grichuk in his tracks to make the catch. Rays add a run. Bottom of the 6th coming. 2-0 Tampa Bay. Jesus Sucre putting a damper on that. Our StatCast AI powered by AWS as he threw out Kevin Pillar. You saw the metrics on that. Pretty impressive.
Well, pop time of just over 2 seconds. 82.3 miles an hour. Get rid of it as quickly as he did. It was plenty of time to get Pillar. He had nowhere to go.
Well, we go to the bottom of the sixth, top of the order for Toronto. Jonathan Davis. Davis has grounded out and lined out. Snell ahead with the first pitch strike. One Blake. Just over 70 pitches. He had 69 pitches through 5. Two and one. Did go that time to even the count. 2 and 2. And close, down a bit. So full count to the leadoff man in the Toronto sixth. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on deck. Boy, a lot of room in left center here with the way the Rays defense Davis. Kiermaier shaded toward right center. Academic now as Davis strikes out. What's coming up tomorrow on Rays Live, the pregame show presented by your local Honda dealers. We'll hear from Malik Smith. Boy, he's had a great year. And a look at the American League Rookie of the Year race involving Joey Wendell. And boy, he has had just an unbelievable year. A bunt attempt is foul.
I think for a lot of people, it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Not expecting that. You know, he was stuck in the Oakland A's organization. Sucre got clipped pretty good, it looks like.
It's the bunt attempt by Gurriel, and I'll take a look at that arm.
See how he hides that arm behind his body, and it's still, that ball still found it. Oh man, right in his hand.
He's hiding that even more.
Yeah, that's why, that's precisely the reason that the catchers do that with their throwing arm. Get that behind the body, get it out of the way, and you still get clipped. It not only hurts, but you're ticked off.
Yeah, he's going to take a little toss from Snell. Here's a look at it again.
Boy, it went forearm fingers. Got him twice. That didn't do him any good, so get that thing off there.
He's coming undone. A strike to count on Gurriel Jr. Now 1-1, 1 out, bases empty. Into the dirt, scooped out by Sucre. Sometimes that's a defensive maneuver as well.
Boy, look at that. Probably going to have to get some sort of protection over that thing.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. Gurriel struck out on a changeup and a slider. This time a fastball is a little high at 98. The count is full. Well, that was Diaz waiting in the shadows on deck. And strike 3 called. He gets Gurriel Jr. looking.
Gurriel Jr. didn't know what to look for. I mean, this is a slider. Blake just fires it right into the zone at 87 and turns around and makes a beeline for the dugout. Nice finishing pitch there by Blake.
Two strikeouts in the inning. 8 on the afternoon. That was Diaz. Pitch is low. Couple of ground ball outs, both on the left side of the infield for Diaz. 1 to third, 1 to short. A very aggressive hitter. And he chases there, 1-1. It's a ball, 2 strikes. Biagini up in the bullpen. Way up at 98. 2-2. Blake at 85 pitches. He made 92 against Texas in 5 innings in his last outing when the Rays won 4-0. And strike 3 call, fastball, and he strikes out the side. That one at 98. And 1-2-3 go the Toronto Blue Jays here. Davis struck out swinging, chased. Gurriel looking on the slider. Diaz looking on 98. Chevy dealers. By Eldorado Furniture, a different kind of furniture store for over 50 years. And by your local Ford dealers. Evan Kiermaier takes the first pitch way up and in. Kiermaier reaching on an error his last time, officially 0 for 2. Now 1-1.
When Baracki's showing that willingness to throw the changeup to the left-handed hitters, and you see some guys, you think about Pannone in yesterday's ball game. Not many changeups at all, if any, to left-handed hitters. A lot of guys shy away from that because, think about it, a left-handed finesse guy, the changeup has that tendency to run arm side down and into a lefty, and that's why a lot of guys stay away from it. But the bottom line is, if it's a good pitch for you to righties, it can be a good pitch for you to lefties too.
Ground ball right back to the hill. Sharply hit. Baracki makes the play.
That was one of those adjustments that I made later in my career that helped a ton, because that was kind of the way you were taught. You were kind of pushed in the direction of no changeups to lefties. You work it down. Well, then you become a two-pitch guy, and it becomes pretty easy for them. They just lean out over the plate, Joey Wendell style, and shoot you the other way. And so all of a sudden, you start sprinkling in, a changeup and be able to command it away from them or middle of the plate down, and it opens up different ways to get them out.
There's the strike to Bowers, and you really don't have to be heavy with that changeup either. Just enough to let them know that it could be in play.
That's all you're trying to do, because if you don't,
might as well take care of that with a toss to Baracki.
Then they have effectively eliminated a pitch before they even step in the box. That makes it too easy for them. And by the way, it's not like I threw 98 with a Randy Johnson wipeout slider. So you better have all of your weapons to be able to use to guys that hit from both sides of the plate.
Yeah, and you really don't want it to be a 50-50 coin toss either as to which pitch you're going to be throwing.
No, because guess what? There's going to be tendencies with those two pitches. So they're going to get into counts where they're like, I know what pitch is coming here. I mean, I can eliminate that other one.
Well, there's Sucre, and he takes the pitch wide, a fastball, 1-0. Ray scored a run in the 4th inning, added a run in the 6th. It's the only runs we've seen today. Sucre 0 for 2 and up in the count 2-0. Sucre homered in the 7th inning of yesterday's game. His first home run of the year. Three and 0. Top of the order would be next if Sucre should get aboard. And he does on a 4-pitch walk. So the Rays get a base runner, and Malik Smith will walk to the plate. Malik has struck out twice, in between grounded out. Hitting an even 300. Started the day 9th in the league in hitting. And a strike on the corner. Away. And a liner caught by Gurriel Jr. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Rays have this 2-run lead. Let's go to Neil and Orestes in the studio. And after all of that, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Randall Krichik stepping in to lead off against Blake Snell. Snell has walked 2 and allowed 2 hits. This pitch popped up back of first. It will fall out of the reach of Bowers. Bowers well off that line, with the Rays putting the shift on for Krichik.
Yeah, and you know, Dwayne, it was very similar to that defensive alignment that the Rays had earlier. But look at the 3 guys over here, and then how about Kevin Kiermaier out in center field, shading right center. All that tells you is the spray charts. Balls on the ground, he's going to pull them to the left side, but he will shoot a lot of balls into right center field. So you've got Kiermaier out into right center, and you've got Malik's well off the line, pinching out there. They're not going to let anything get down.
1 and 2. Get him out in front over that pitch. Breaking ball. Well, it was Krichik who hit that ball into right center field in the 4th inning that Kiermaier made a nice catch on. Two and 2.
The Rays are all lined up like in a cover 2 with the strong side blitz.
Well, you got the right day for it. And strike 3 called. Fastball 97. So another strikeout. This one looking strikeout number 10 and 5 in a row for Snell.
Well, he has been able to get back with the fastball and now has this lineup guessing. Is it going to be heater? Is it going to be the off speed? And he's starting to lock him up.
This is Kevin Pillar, who has struck out and reached on an error. And a cut and a miss on the breaking ball right there. Well, a 10 strikeout performance so far. Last time he was in double figures in strikeouts, 11 against Kansas City. Ground ball in the hole. This is Wendell, long throw, not going to be in time. Stips by Bowers, but no chance for Pillar to advance. And he's aboard on the base hit.
That was just placement by Pillar. This ground ball right here, once it gets by Duffy, it's going to be very difficult for Wendell deep in the hole. Pillar's got good speed. That would actually have been a tough play for Duffy to even get up and throw him out from there. Just a perfectly placed ground ball.
Now the left-handed hitting first baseman Rowdy Tellez. He was retired back in the 2nd inning. Wendell at short made a good play on him. He lined to left in the 5th. 1 on with 1 out in the 7th. Pitch is down. Snell in the mid-90s in pitch count. This one blocked by Sucre. Chaz Rowe has been up in the bullpen, and now the Rays, a little shuffling going on out there. See, Rowe had been throwing. He's sufficiently warm. Alvarado, the lefty, has started to throw. Popped up. That'll carry foul. Out of play. It's 2-1. The last time Snell threw over 100 pitches 2 starts ago, 7 innings of 1 hit ball in Cleveland. 104 pitches. A 2-1 count. close right there. Boy, he just missed with 96.
There.
Full count now.
3-1 hook. 3-1 hook. And now you've for sure planted the seeds of doubt in the mind of Tellez on what you may do here in a full count. And this is a huge pitch for Blake in this game for obvious reasons.
Villar first, one away, 3-2 the count on Tellez.
They're going to come right back with it, Dwayne.
Here we go, and he fouls it. Tapper up the right side.
Middle away and just set up for 98 and blow it right by him. There it is. And here it comes.
3-2, and he gets him looking. He locked him up out there. 98 down and away on the corner.
Even got the MPHs correct.
Wow.
Like I said, it's fun to pitch with other guys' stuff.
Boy, and he's some stuff with which to pitch. So he gets the strikeout of Tellez, and that's going to be it for Blake Snell. He will depart after the called third strike on Tellez. 2 outs, a man on in the 7th, and the Rays will make a call to the bullpen. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery. Lottery is a new spin on a classic with a top prize of $5 million. So unleash the excitement anytime. The Florida Lottery, it's your ticket. Claim it. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly. Blake Snell out of this game, working 6 2/3, making 100 pitches with 11 strikeouts, a couple of walks. He leaves with a man on. It gives way to Chaz Rowe. Rowe facing Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez, who has struck out and walked today. The pitch is a strike. Breaking ball. The inside part of the plate. One and one.
Got to be careful with those sliders too, and make sure that you get them to the outer half. You start spinning them and they start to back up here. Hernandez's power.
Yeah, that's the danger zone for this guy.
because those sliders, when they back up and you hang them out over the plate, they're easily recognized, and they go far.
There's a good one there away.
Yeah, that's where you got to get it, on that outside corner. Probably a little bit further up in the zone than he would have liked, but at least he got it away, and Hernandez kind of pulled off of it.
A ball, 2 strikes. Inside, 2-2. Well, sweep one away. Down and away.
Not watching.
Snell looking on in the company of Kyle Snyder. There's a move to first. Back in. Two. Takes this one wide. Full count. Chazro against Teoscar Hernandez. 20 home runs on the year for Hernandez. And a ground ball headed to short. Roll to first in time to retire the side. No runs to hit, 1 left. We'll go to the 8th. 2-0 Rays.
Finish. It's Blake Snell once again going out and twirling a gem. The fastball, the breaking ball, everything working for him. The changeup was good. I think there was that little part there where he started to get away from the fastball, but he got right back to it and then started to lock up guys just like that, getting a lot of strikeouts looking because they were out there guessing the mix of pitches that Blake Snell's going to throw at you. It is not easy. And how about this? Got a chance to add to that.
Yeah, came in with 20 wins, matching David Price in his 2012 season. And as Blake Snell leaves this game, he has a chance to pick up his 21st win, and he has lowered his earned run average to 1.90.
Wow.
Joe Biagini, the new pitcher here in the 8th inning for Toronto. The Rays will have Tommy Pham to lead off against him. 7 innings of work for Baraki. 2 runs, 3 hits.
can't say enough about the job that he did.
Yep.
You're just running up against a guy, Blake Snell, who doesn't particularly like to give up runs.
Popper to the right side. Velez retreating into foul territory. One away. Well, Blake Snell with 11 strikeouts. No strikeouts in a single outing since the 21st of August when he had 11 against Kansas City. Snell coming in, riding an 8-game winning streak to get to 20-5, and now a chance. The bullpen's job to hold this lead and giving Snell a chance to pick up his 21st win. Here's Matt Duffy. Ball one. Biagini worked an inning and 2/3 Thursday. Gave up a run. It's fouled out of play. 1-1 to count. Hernandez up, the lefty. Duffy on the ground to third. Diaz gloves and throws. 2 up and 2 down. Rays at 7-Eleven, bringing $7.11 tickets to Rays fans. Visit a local participating 7-Eleven store. Pick up a discount voucher for the game this Friday against the Blue Jays. While you're there, show your Rays pride. Enjoy a Big Gulp and a Rays branded Big Gulp cup for just 79 cents in stores now. C.J. Cron driven in one of the 2 runs in this game. Joey Wendell, who's on deck, has the other run batted in. 27 home runs and 27 doubles for Cron this year. Two and 0. Strike 2 and 1. You know, dropping his earned run average to 190. Snell. Here's something else. The last 2 American League pitchers to record 20 wins and an ERA below 2 would be Roger Clemens in 1990 and Ron Guidry in 1978. That's pretty select company.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Well, that's why we say that this has been a special year for Blake Snell. Regardless, he has been so magnificent and consistent with these guys that he's the type of guy you come to the ballpark, you know that he's pitching, you know you're going to win that game. That's the feeling that runs through the clubhouse.
The count's going to go full to C.J. Cron.
And you love how he has handled all of this, you know.
Yeah, don't talk about me in my game.
Right. He blocked Mom.
Yeah.
He blocked
how about that?
Mom.
I don't want to hear about it. Don't want to read about it. Oh, a shot deep to left. This baby's going to get out of here. Home run into the second deck off the bat of C.J. Cron. His 28th, and the Rays take a 3-0 lead. Well, a big home run there, and the Rays pick up an extra run. And that helps the cause. That exploded off his bat.
Wow. I mean, absolutely destroyed. The angle of the fastball down was met with the angle of the swing through the zone, and that ball is launched.
.107 off the bat for Crone, and that's going to be it for Biagini with Joey Wendell, the left-handed bat, due up, and a call to the bullpen brought to you by the Florida Lottery. Crone now 3-0. Jose Fernandez, the lefty, on to face Joey Wendell. Wendell doubled home the first run of this game back in the 4th inning.
Fernandez has been busy in this series.
Behind Wendell, 2-0. Fernandez pitching in each of the first 2 games. Promptly falls behind, missing wide again to Wendell, 3-0. Brandon Lau, another left-handed bat, on deck.
Having some trouble out there with the jewelry.
Wardrobe malfunction.
That's right. See how he's got it kind of in that shirt, button that button so it doesn't bounce around.
Struck 3-1. Going to be out of play, and we'll take the count full. We're on the top of the 8th. Braves scored a run in the 4th, a run in the 6th, and one in the 8th. Wendell with the run batted in, Crone with 2 of them. Draws the walk. So Wendell is on base for the 3rd straight time.
Well, make him work. And that's what Wendell did. Good eye there at the bottom of the zone.
Brandon Lau. This is that first pitch. It's a shot back into right with Carey. And that's going to get out of here. An 0-1 pitch, and Brandon Lau hits a 2-run home run. More cushion for the Rays. It suddenly becomes a 3-run inning and a 5-run lead. Wendell scores in front of Lau. Home run number 6 for Brandon Lau.
Boy, and another inning, Dwayne, that looked like 2 quick outs and it was going to be put to bed. And then all of a sudden, Crone with the homer, and then a walk, and then a hanging slider. And Brandon Lau gets into it. A no-doubter deep into right field.
The Rays have 5 runs on 5 hits in this game. Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
They just keep pushing.
Rays have 2 doubles, 2 homers, and a single.
And Kiermaier not feeling very good here. And you got the training staff out with Kevin Cash.
Well, it would appear that's some residual effects of that catch he made. So, apparently talking about that left shoulder and the arm. And he's going to leave. So 1 pitch into the at bat in the 8th inning. Kiermaier will depart, and Austin Meadows will come on to hit. It'll be Meadows to bat in place of Kiermaier. Well, with 2 outs, the Rays have put up a 3-run inning. Meadows will inherit a 1-0 count. Meadows in the lineup in yesterday's game, went 0 for 4 after entering the game in the Friday contest in the 6th inning, and then going 3 for 3. Take that pitch wide. It's a 2-0 count. Fly ball, center field. Pilar to his right, into left center, makes the catch. Rays hit 2 home runs, scored 3 in the 8th. A long shot off the bat of C.J. Crone, and a 2-run home run by Brandon Lau. It's 5-0 Tampa Bay. Simply Healthcare. Live the Simply life. By Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. And by your local Honda dealer. Back in Toronto, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Andrew Kittredge in this game now for the Rays. And the first pitch to Danny Jansen, the number 8 hitter, and the catcher is a ball, 1-0. Malik Smith is now in center as Kittredge is on for the 31st time. The chopper by the mound, charged, and Lau cannot come up with it. Jansen is aboard.
That was going to be an extremely difficult play as Lau is charging that straight in. An awkward hop and trying to obviously then throw on the run. And it just does not ever come up with it.
So the leadoff man aboard. It's the 4th hit for Toronto. Urania will now be the hitter. Put away, 1 ball, no strikes. It's Meadows in right field with Smith moving over to play center. Kiermaier out of the game. And there's a base hit into right field. Jansen's going to go to third. The throw all the way through and down to second goes Urania. Urania moves into second on Meadows' throw. They could not cut it off. It went all the way to third. That's not a good development.
No, that was a mistake by the young right fielder for the Rays. And you know, not that you don't want to try to throw that ball to third base, but you've got to have it at least head high. You've got to throw a dart that these guys can cut off if need be. Here's the base hit. The problem with Urania moving up is he reads this ball high. No one's going to be able to cut that, so he takes right off for second. And not only that, you don't get the guy third. That's got to be a throw low enough for an infielder to handle. And that way, Urania reads that throw low, he's going to stay at first. Boy, you see it pop out of that hand.
Well, the Rays have a big conversation going on the mound, and the bullpen suddenly is up.
Well, you do not want to have shades of what happened here on Thursday night, where Rays were seemingly in control late, and it got away from these guys.
Well, there you go with Stanek and Alvarado, 2 big arms in the bullpen. Top of the order, Jonathan Davis. Pitch is down, 1-0. Ground ball third. Will hold the runners, and Davis is out. Duffy to Bowers. So a ground ball from Kittredge. Well, 1 away, and the dangerous Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is going to be up there.
Boy, how big is that blast by Lau look right now?
Oh, very big, I'm telling you.
Even the one by Crone, for that matter. All those 2 home runs coming with 2 outs.
Gurriel, ground ball short. Oh, it comes up. Wendell recovers, makes the throw. He got him. Wow. Wendell battling that ground ball, managed to get the throw there in time. Jansen scores to make it 5-1. And boy, a close play at first base. That ball came up on Wendell. And with him hanging in there, here's another look.
Well, he's trying to stay with it right there. That ball does come up off the palm of the glove, and he definitely got him. Well, I'll tell you what, I bet the heart is racing after that play right there. You get a tricky hop, the ball comes loose, boy, he found it immediately.
So 2 gone with Urania now at third. Here's Ledmus Diaz. And he takes the first pitch. Strike 1. He has a couple ground ball outs and a strikeout looking. One and one. Line drive into left. That's a base hit. And it's 5-2. Diaz hit that ball sharply. And now with Grichuk due up, Rays will make another pitching change. Some hard hit balls with Kittredge out there. He's given up a couple of runs on 3 hits. He will depart. And another pitching change brought to you by the Florida Lottery. In week 4, Fox will be the new network home of Thursday night football. And the schedule we have on Fox this year is loaded. One huge can't miss matchup after another. Thursday night football coming to Fox week 4. Now it's a game. Ryan Stanek will take over on the mound for the Rays. And boy, how big are those 3 runs the Rays scored in the top of the inning. Difference in the game now. Randall Grichuk with a man on, 2 outs. Pitch is down. Side. It's Duffy waiting for this one, making the catch. 2-run score. We go to the 9th. Rays lead it 5-2. Rays are going to face David Polino. He was in the game the other night and was impressive. The fourth pitcher of the day for Toronto. Jake Bauers will lead off against him. Pitch foul back, fastball around 93. The Rays 3 runs in the 8th. Blue Jays back with 2 runs, so the Rays have a 3-run lead right now. 1-1. Romo up in the bullpen for the Rays. Foul out of play. 2. Balls, 2 strikes. Polino on Thursday faced Wendell, Adames, and Meadows, and pitched a 1-2-3 inning. Just missed there, pretty close, and it's a full count.
Yeah, good secondary stuff. That fastball sitting, low to mid 90s.
A tapper, glove by Polino, and it's tossed in time.
We saw the depth on the curveball and that fading action on the changeup. Got Bauers reaching out for that pitch that was off the plate by the time it got to home plate.
Well, the Rays catcher, Jesus Sucre, about to step in. Sucre 0 for 2 with a walk today. Takes ball 1. Rays got 2 runs off the starter Baraki, 1 off Biagini, and 2 off Fernandez. Brown and Lau hitting home runs in the 8th. Brown a solo shot, Lau a 2-run home run. Ball 2 inside. It's out of play, 2-1. Polino had some big league time over the last couple of years with Houston. A long one down the left side. That's going to be foul. Home run distance, but foul. And Sucre here the last couple of games showing some distance with that drive. He homered the left field in the 7th inning yesterday and had home run distance out in front of that.
Well, his playing time has been real sporadic here in the second half, but he's gotten hot with the stick in the last 4 or 5 games, or maybe the last week and a half, and Kevin Cash keeps running him out there, getting some serious playing time.
So here's that home run yesterday in the 7th inning. Came against the starter Pinot. Hit it into the bullpen. Bounds it the other way. Polino was part of that Roberto Osuna deal. Ken Giles came over from Houston along with David Polino. And he fouls that fastball went in on him, and he fouls it back.
When you're just like every other hitter, you get to 2 strikes and you've Got to try to foul off the tough pitches. You hope eventually that the pitcher makes a mistake. Battling at bats, and we see that up and down this Rays lineup.
The ground ball to short. Into the glove of Gurriel Jr. He throws out Sucre. 2 up, 2 down in the ninth.
We look at some of the statistics and the way that this Rays offense was remade from just a season ago. Kind of did it on the fly.
Yeah, for the most part, it has been not only an effective offense, but entertaining.
Yeah,
it's been a fun offense to watch.
Yep, a lot of base runners. You know, batting average is way up from a season ago. On base percentage way up. Some of the best numbers that you will find in Major League Baseball. They, you know, in the last couple of months since the 1st of August, they lead Major League Baseball in stolen bases. It's a difficult offense to contend with because they've got guys, we just talked about it, battling at bats 1 through 9, a lot of base runners, a lot of action on the bases. They put a lot of pressure on opposing defenses and the pitcher.
Yeah, you see right there, coming in second in the league in hitting, and they've been second in the league in on base. They've been aggressive when necessary. All those steals that you mentioned. Second there. Well, that mask dislodged on the foul ball by Malik Smith. Jansen taking a little time to collect his thoughts. He's ready. The fastball by Malik Smith, 0-2. There's some life in this arm of Polino.
Creates a lot of leverage. You know, tall, lanky.
Now he missed. It's 1-2. Slowed things down a little bit there. Now 2-2. Back into left for Davis, who makes the catch, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3. Bottom of the ninth coming. 5-2 Rays. Ninth inning, Sergio Romo has entered this game with the Rays holding a 5-2 lead, making his 70th appearance 22 of 30 in save situations. He'll be trying to nail this one down for Blake Snell. Snell looking to pick up his 21st win of the year. Romo will face Kevin Pillar to lead off the Toronto ninth. A 1-for-3 day for Pillar so far. The first pitch is a strike.
Sergio Romo, no stranger to these types of situations. A lot of big saves for the Giants. Playoffs, World Series.
And a big cut in the miz. Long cut there by Pillar, 0-2.
He saw that breaking ball kind of hanging middle of the plate in. Didn't account for the depth on it as it snuck below the zone.
And a little looper into center. That's going to drop for a base hit. And Pillar on for the third time, picking up his second hit.
Well, that pitch stayed up in the zone, and that gives a hitter a chance. And it was off the end of the bat, and it wasn't hit hard, but you get it airborne and you drop it in.
And now Rowdy Tellez, who is 0 for 3, big time power, as we have seen already. And they've already moved Smoke into the on deck circle. Fly ball back into left center field. That's going to be Pham to make the catch. And he unloads the throw back towards second with Pillar remaining at first.
Very excitable crowd here this afternoon in Toronto. That ball off the bat you thought was going to go 450. Maybe got 350.
Justin Smoke will now pinch hit. Well, that unbelievable comeback on Thursday with a 7-run ninth inning, and Smoke walked that one off. So he takes a strike this time. So it's Romo against Smoke here on Sunday. A wave and a miss. 0-2.
Now he hit the changeup out. It was a first pitch changeup. So what does Romo do now facing him again? First pitch sinker down and away, and then a backdoor breaking ball for strike two. Staying away and mixing it up.
And now the pitch is wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Is there to make the catch. So the line drive. We're out number 2. 2 gone with a man on in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Kendrys Morales will pinch hit for Danny Jansen. Romo last saved a game for Snell on the 21st of August. That was against Kansas City. 1 out away from closing this one out, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Miss there, a little wide. 1-1. cut and a miss. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Rays are a strike away from closing this one out. Looking for their 87th win. And for Blake Snell, it would be win number 21. Liner into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Pilar advances to second, and Morales on a 1-2 pitch singles into center field.
Well, you keep the inning alive and you get the tying run to the plate.
2 men on, 2 men out. Richard Urania is going to be the hitter. Alford's going to run at first for Morales. Morales delivers the pinch hit. Alford will run. Urania, switch hitter. He has 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3. Had a hit last night in the walk. And the pitch is a strike. 2 men on, 2 men out. And a wave and a miss, and it's 0-2.
We got him out in front with that changeup, and now 1 pitch away.
Strike pitch. Ground ball right side. That's going to stay fair. And the tag by Bowers to end this one. And the Rays are winners. It's a 5-2 final. And for Blake Snell, he picks up his 21st win of the year to go 21-5. Rowe, Kittredge, Stanek, and Romo followed, with Romo picking up his 23rd save. And for the Rays, a 5-2 victory, 5-5-1 for the Rays with 5 left, 2-8-1 with 7 left. For Toronto, again, Snell is 21-5. Rookie, the losing pitcher, drops his mark to 4-5. 2 hours and 41 minutes to play this one, and Blake Snell made 100 pitches today, 6 2/3, en route to his 21st victory, the most single season win